Hi everyone, is today the day where I finally get some modules and the best upgraded armor? We're gonna find out for episode 34. Before we get to modules, let me just give you a recap of what happened with episode 33. Not only did I have my first death... No, wait. But I also got the Covarex enrichment process started, and now I have all 5 of my centrifuges working and doing the Covarex enrichment processing. And I've even built up enough uranium-235 that I now have 10 atomic bombs, which I'm really excited to use, in particular to these nests up here, which have been giving my train some grief every time it goes to get some uranium ore. So that will be on my to-do list today, is wiping out these spider nests. But I may also have to increase my copper plate production. Iron plate is doing much better now that I've redone my smelter setup a couple episodes ago, but copper is now really lagging behind, which also means in general my low density structures is lagging behind, which you can see here. It's only getting like half fed, so yellow science is therefore lagging behind, so it's just a very cause and effect type of feedback right now. So that might have to be done today, but I think before we get to any of those things, let's go ahead and test out my new nukes, and then we'll go ahead and start designing something for modules. Alright, right up ahead are the evil biters in question that deserve to die. The nuke might kill some of my rail tracks here, but I think it's worth it just to take them out because the tracks are really far less expensive than like letting these guys live and just kill them over and over again. So let's get within range and hopefully don't kill myself in the process. Oh yes, it's so good to have nukes again. Oh. It would be nice to get an upgraded armor though, so I can actually kill the strays. You'll also notice that I have uranium rounds now, which is really helpful. And I've even been able to research the artillery wagon and the shells and stuff that go along with it, so we'll be able to implement that some point in the future. Let's see, is this all taken out now? It is. Oh gosh, so nice to have nukes. Alright, biters largely cleared for the most part, at least in the troublesome areas, so let's get back to modules now. Alright, now back to modules. I've done a little bit of testing, and I've actually improved my original module design that I used in my 0.16 series. So just adjusting a couple inserters was actually able to increase my module 3s from about 10 per minute to about 12 per minute, which is pretty good. And that should do over 720 per hour, or about 720 per hour, which is really not too bad. So here it is right here. It should look familiar to you guys for those of you who followed me for the 0.16 series. It's just now a matter of how to place it and hook it into everything, because I will need... This will be taking about 1 full lane of blue circuits, red circuits, and green circuits. And obviously that is kind of a hard ratio to keep up with a base like this that isn't quite functional at that rate quite yet. So it looks like we could fit it in here if I bring the products in from the left. But should I do it maybe more vertically? I think so. I think we'll do it vertically this time. Or I could do it vertically this way. So many options. Maybe we will do it vertically this way. We'll just bring the products in from the top left over here. Hopefully that will give us enough room. Or, gosh, I can't make up my mind. Scratch that. We're going to bring it in from the bottom, just because I have more room down here for some stops or pauses in the belt lanes. Whereas over here to the top, I am already using this area for delivery of the iron plate that goes into the iron gear machine. So let's do that instead. This should give enough room barely. And I imagine we'll move this in the future. But let's do right there. There we go. Now we just have to fill in the belt pauses. I think we'll have to orient this slightly differently. Gosh, I wish I had my blueprint thing that reversed stuff, but that's okay. Shouldn't be too hard to reverse, I don't think. So let's add in the belt pauses now. Where is my closest belt pause line? Here it is. So we'll extend it this way. Whoop. Apparently I can't reach. Dang it. Oh. That's because there's one more pole there. There we go. Now it should reach. And we'll add that there for now. And then we can start putting in the pauses there. Wow, that was quick. It is already filled in. Holy smokes. Okay, so I have to give power to a couple of these places around here that didn't quite get power. Oh, I wish I could fit in. In fact, maybe I can. Can I fit in a power pole here that will make a difference? Yes. Although it doesn't give power over here still. Okay. That doesn't matter, so we'll just have it go back to where it was. Oh boy, I'm getting attacked. Hopefully the bots can repair that in time. So I will choose to ignore that for now. Okay, but we'll fill in power that just goes in... Ooh, that didn't look very good, did it? Like this. I'm trying to keep the power poles aligned here. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Actually, we don't need to. Okay, perfect. So now I just have to figure out how to orient this in my head so it goes the other way. Okay, mental Tetris was done, so I was able to reverse the belts how they needed to go. And actually, I was able to optimize them a little bit as well. So in my 0.16 series, I only had one belt each of blue, red, and green circuits feeding into the entire thing. And that's really ideally not enough to keep up with everything, let alone all three of these factories going at once. Ooh, character logistics slot 6 finish. That's good. But anyway, so you can see I've actually left room for potential 2 lanes worth of each circuit. So if I wanted an extra lane worth of red, we'd put that there. An extra lane of green, we'd put that there as well. But I'm going to stick with this for now. I've also installed the belt pauses over here and balanced them a little bit more nicely than I have with my other belt unloading areas around the circle. So hopefully this will work out okay. I've also delegated some of the splitters with priorities, so I want them coming into the efficiency modules, which is this far right column over here first. Productivity modules are here in the middle, and then speed modules lastly are here at the far left end. The reason why I want to prioritize efficiency modules first oops, and that shouldn't go there, is because I think this will be the easiest to just fill up and get done, and then we can move on to the more essential things like speed modules and productivity modules, which will be over here, and I think will take up the bulk of the modules. So with that said, let's go ahead and turn it on, make sure it works, start accumulating some modules, but most importantly, start accumulating modules specifically to go into my power armor. I think it's the MK2 that I'll be wanting, yep. Which I do have assemblers devoted for that in my little suit up section. So let's look over here. Okay, so yep, the Power Armor MK2. It will require efficiency module 2s and speed module 2s. And how many of each? It'll require 25 of each. I think that's the caps that I also put on them, since those are really all that I plan on using those modules for, the efficiency and speed module 2s. Otherwise, in terms of speed modules, we're going to be focusing on speed 3 modules. Productivity modules, we want productivity 3 modules for that. The efficiency modules, I actually want efficiency 1s for the most part, because it's actually cheaper or more cost effective to use 3 efficiency 1 modules instead of efficiency 3 modules in things like miners and stuff like that, which is where I plan on using them, because 3 efficiency 1s is already the max efficiency bonus that you can get. And why are things not working? Why is this not working? Oh man, did I mess this up? I did. Of course I did. Ah, crap. Okay, I think these red and blue circuits are supposed to be reversed. Crap. Okay. This should be easy enough to fix. Of course something went wrong. Ah, bummer. So do we have to fix all this stuff too? Probably. Dang it. Just my luck. Alright, give me a second to fix all of these mismatched circuits, and then I'll be right back once it's actually working. Alright, take 2. I've added in the extra lanes of belts, and hopefully it works this time. I sucked up a lot of circuits here, so let's hook it back up. Alright, so far so good. That's a little bit more promising. Okay, these ones here at the beginning are working. Now will these ones work? So far, so good. Alright, phew. Crisis avoided. Should be working now, and I have a ton of circuits saved up from all of the rotations these cars have done over the however many hours this circle thing has been running. You can see tons of circuits just in each of these cars here. Why am I getting attacked so much? Looks like I need to go out and take some more nukes to get rid of some of these more troublesome biters. Oh, I'm getting attacked all the way over there too. Jeez, okay. Yet even more biter killing I've got to do. But the nice thing about this module factory is that now that it's placed and hooked in and theoretically working, it's one of those things where I can like set it and forget it, so to speak, where bots will just fill in the modules now. They'll fill the modules in the beacons here as well as the assemblers themselves. But to run down how this works real quick for those of you who have not been familiar with this factory before, basically the ratio is set up where we have the majority of these assemblers devoted to the efficiency, speed, and productivity 1 modules. So I think it's the first like 9 assemblers here. The first 9 assemblers will be getting a mixture of the red and green circuits for the most part. And then that's where this lane stops. And then the other half of the factory, so like from this point upwards, are the module 2 factories for the 3 module types. And there's, I think, 4 or 5 assemblers. Let's see, I want to double check. Yep, 5 assemblers for the module 2 versions. Those spit out and share a couple lanes with the speed, efficiency, and productivity 1 modules. And then they get kind of split off and divvied up into these boxes here, where eventually the module 3s also get spit out and then ending up in the boxes. I also have lights here that will turn on when it shows me a certain amount of the modules have been reached. So it's like a module threshold for the lights to turn on. And I do have these divvied up slightly differently from module to module. So for the efficiency modules, again, I'm going to be prioritizing having the efficiency 1 modules. So I'm giving it a cap of like basically the whole box. Pretty much the same for the speed and productivity 3 modules. And then a slightly, or excuse me, like a much bigger cap difference between like the productivity 1 and speed 1 modules, and so on and so on. But that is essentially how it works in a very summarized version. So I'm going to let this run. I'm going to go take care of those annoying biters that are causing those alarms, and then we'll be back once we have more success with the modules. Ooh, I'm going to have my first Power MK2 armor. I am so excited. It's only taken, you know, like 100 hours. Let's pop this bad boy on. Let's take out all the crap in here first, though. We can recycle it. Ah, but here we go. Oh. Wait, nope. That can't be right. There we go. That's the armor I wanted. Okay, so now I just have to equip myself. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how I usually do it. I know I have at least 2 fusion reactors. And I usually have at least 3 exoskeletons. But let's see, where is everything? I'm trying to remember where all of my stuff and storage is. And how come this doesn't have any radars? Oh, that's probably why. Fusion reactor is over... Where's it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yes, we finally have room for a fusion reactor. And we have 2 in there already. Oh, now we have 3. Awesome. Wow. I suddenly feel very rich. Let's go. Ooh, look how fast I am. Let's grab one more leg. And hopefully I have enough room for everything else. So I need the 1 night vision. We need this. And that. And we have room for like 1 more battery thing. Oh, you know what? We don't have room though for my... whatchamacallit, the Roboport, which hopefully I can have the upgraded Roboport now, which is over here. Is that the upgraded one? That's the personal. Oh, here's the upgraded one. There we go. I guess I already had one. Whoops. Oh well. Okay, so we can obviously play with this setup. We can either get rid of the fusion reactor, like maybe 1 of these, and make room for more personal roboports. We can make a fighting type of armor. We can make a constructing type of armor, a speed armor. We have so many options now. I'm super excited. So this already has another armor ready to go. So when I'm ready to equip something else, I can do it. But now I'm just super excited. Now I feel invincible. I can do whatever I want. I think one of the first things I'll do is make a military type of armor, so that way I can go out and actually fight some of the biter nests. Oh, and why am I out of power? Did the biters kill those again? Crap. Oh, and we have more attacks over here. So that might be a good excuse to equip a military armor right now. So let's go and grab the spare that we already have. And we'll start equipping this out with some extra fun things. Oh. We'll want a couple shield thingies. Oh man, sorry, that's so annoying. Couple legs. And personal laser defenses, I think. And then probably some night vision goggles. Whoa, I have way too many of those. Whoops. My bad, I forgot to cap stuff. And then maybe some batteries in there. Alright, I think I want to go test out the military suit. So let's go do that. That should be exciting. And yep, we can see that's equipped now. So I'm going to make sure I have plenty of ammo and all sorts of stuff and goodies. And then I'm going to head over and you guys will see me do some more offense. Alright, time to test out my new shield and fighting skills. Wow, I feel like I could live forever. Alright, this one's a little bit bigger. This one will be the real moment of truth here. I'm already slowed a little bit. But it's okay. Because I'm strong. Oh, not okay, not okay. Not okay. No, no, fish, 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 fish. Okay, not okay. My armor might need a little bit of tweaking before it's perfect. I could maybe use some more legs and more personal laser defenses or something like that. Wow, I survived. This little ore patch didn't, but not that we're using that anyway. Since we're here though, at the old base, and since I now finally have nukes, I think it's about time to do something that has been long overdue. It's something I was saying we were going to do back when we were still here in the very early episodes of this series. That when it came time, I was going to nuke this entire thing. And I know the biters have mostly gotten to this, but there's still a couple remnants left over. At the very least, we can nuke it so that the bots that I have in my personal report when I switch my armor doesn't come over here and try to rebuild it. And then we can stop having to defend this and worrying about the alerts and stuff like that when biters do attack this area. So I think it's time to officially say goodbye to Starter Base. It was a good base, but it's time to get destroyed for good. Cool, but we have 37 more walls. But that's not a good sign. Oh no! Oh, if only I had red underground belts, so hurry the heck up. So the spaghetti just keeps on growing. Hi there everybody, we are still in this spaghetti starter base, but I'm hoping for not that much longer. It is now episode 13, and I'm hoping that we can finally get purple science up and running to allow me to get blue tech so we can finally move out. Alright, there's part of it destroyed. Well, I think instead of wasting more nukes, we'll call it there for first base destruction. Let me switch my armor now so that I can actually equip bots to help me out. So it's this one I want. No, toggle that. What I am going to do is officially use the destruction or deconstruction planner on this after all. And then we're free of this. Well, I made it safely back to the base after doing some more biter killing. But meanwhile, my module factory isn't doing so hot. It's basically ran out of circuits, which doesn't surprise me. I could only have them buffered in the car trunks for so long. And the reason why circuits are not doing so good is, I'm guessing, because lack of copper, which is just kind of very barely trickling in at the moment. So I think that's something I'm going to be optimizing off camera actually. You've seen me redo iron smelting, so I basically have the same plan for copper. It's just going to go in horizontally with the outputs going in a similar fashion, and we'll have a similar train setup so we can also improve the ore throughput coming in. But I think that'll be done off camera in between now and episode 35. I still got a lot done today, as I was hoping. Got modules done, got some murder done, and I feel overall a little bit safer having better armor and now some nukes on me. So thank you guys as always for joining me. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the section down below, and I'll plan on seeing you guys next time for episode 35.